I'm going to make my posts, my uprights, 44 inches. I don't know if that's right. That sounds a little high to me, but that's what the other handrails on my deck measure out. So I'm gonna at least make a match. Then I can blame the mistake on somebody else. I've got to put an angle on the top of the post of the upright that is equal to the rise and run of my steps. My steps have a run of 11 and a rise of 7. So I'm a woodworker, not a carpenter, and I'm sure carpenters have some real elegant way to do this, but I had to do it mathematically. You can do it several different ways. One way is just to figure out the slope of that line, and if you solve that slope equation, you'll come out with the slope is 0.636 repeating, which means all you have to do is multiply that 0.636 times the run, and that will give you the rise. Another way to do it is to graph it on a piece of paper, and that will give you similar triangles. You can just pick out any x on this x-axis, and in our case it's 3.5 inches. 1, 2, 3.5, then go straight up to that line and then over, and that will give you that gives you your answer. So every triangle that you construct using this method will be what's called similar. So anyway, you can also do it. Using solving 7/11 equals y over 3.5, and then solve for y, and you'll come out with the actual answer, which is 2.227, which is close enough to 2 1/4. So anyway, that's not how a real carpenter would do it. That's how a woodworker would do it. Okay, so what I need to do, since my answer is 2 1/4, let's go over to the wood here. Okay, I want to match make a similar triangle on this piece of wood. So I know that this right here is the base. This right here is the hypotenuse, and I need to know how far up here, and I know when I figured out my answer, it's 2 1/4 inches. So let's measure that 2 1/4 up. Now I can just draw a line right across here. Now all I gotta do is cut that line right there, and this angle right here will be the same as the angle for my steps. Okay, here I got it mocked up. Here you can see the post cut the length. That's the angle right there. The angle right there that matches the slope of the stairs. these two, this simulates the stairs right here, and then got one of these little holder brackets that'll go on the step. And that'll be held in place like that. And then behind that, I've got this little reinforcement deal that will clip on there and like that. So I figure as long as the decking boards for my rise and my run, as long as they hold, I should be okay. What I'm doing here is attaching the little brackets. And here I'm attaching the bottom. I'm attaching the bottom of the post to that anchoring bracket. Well, in addition to the bottom anchor and the top brace, each one of these posts will additionally have two of these long lag bolts that are specifically designed for decks. They're powder coated, and they're real proud of them. So time out while I get the right bit. Well, they used to have star bits and torque bits, and that was confusing enough. And now they have star bits and torque bits in various sizes. Okay, now the final brace. In theory, this is going right here. And then each one of those posts will be anchored over about a 9-inch span in 3 different places. Okay, here's what we got. This is our system for securing these posts. First, we got it sitting, the post sitting on an anchor here. Then we have 2 long lag bolts, 5-inch lag bolts that screw 1.5 inches into this back board, which is 1.5 inches. And then on the top, we have it anchored again with some more hardware. Okay, let me do the other 3 posts, the other 2 posts, and we'll move on from there. Now it's just a question of driving the lag bolts into the handrail. Now I just do the other side, and I'll be done. Well, there you have it. The heavy-duty deck staircase railing attached at 3 points at the bottom, held together with powder coated lag screws and a few zinc coated screws also. But it's extra sturdy and she's ready to go. It's nice to have a Molly dolly. And so ends another Memphis Monday. We got that porch railing, or that deck railing all done. I was really paranoid about it, being strong, and I think I overreacted, and that's probably good because that deck is about 15 years old, and so you got to make sure it's extra strong. I didn't used to worry about railings and handrails and all that stuff, but as you get older, you got to make sure you don't fall down steps. It could cut your woodworking back. All right, make sure you comment and get excited for next Memphis Monday, which happens in a week.